All right, go
All
ahead.
right, stand by. I'm going to hit red here. I'm not going to apologize for anything after that. Here we go.
Well, she's all you'd ever want.
Oh, man, the stinger on the audio board.
Stinger!
Tom Jones, She's a Lady. I don't know exactly why that's going to fit with our special guest that's going to join us now, but we'll try to figure out to make a connection. Yeah, he's pointing at a poster of the Rat Pack. I don't see Tom Jones.
I don't see Tom Jones there.
Sorry, John.
We want to welcome in just a masterful entertainer. He has his own podcast, the Al Foran Podcast, which you want to check out. And he does some wonderful impersonations, sports world, entertainment, politics. You have it. We want to welcome Al to the show. Stacey, how did you first become aware of this guy's talent?
I was on Twitter, and that's, I was just scrolling through Twitter, and then I saw his name pop up, and then I hit it, and I was hearing him, talking, and he was, it was like, impersonating Conor McGregor. And I said, let me check him out. Because Conor McGregor is one of my favorite UFC fighters. So I said, let me check him out and see if he sounds like him. Because I hear people do it all the time and they sound nothing like him. Just butchers it. So I hit it and I'm listening to him. I'm like, oh my God. Like he sounds, the laugh, from everything, the mannerisms, it sounded just like him. And I was a fan, so I started following him. And then I started looking at all his, he posts videos on Twitter. So, he does like Joe Pesci, Al Pacino. I've even followed him on YouTube, and I've just been a fan ever since. His impersonations are dead on.
We do have Al. He can talk too.
Hey, you know what? First of all, the question was to me. It wasn't to Al. You're being a smart ass today, Stinger.
I just say Al.
Go ahead, Al. Go ahead and answer since my guy over here is being rude.
Hello, gents. How are we?
We are doing wonderful. And, Stacey is a big UFC fan. So, he was, pumping up Conor McGregor fight, thinking that was going to be a walkover. And Conor ran into a bit of a buzzsaw.
He did.
So if you would give us your reaction to what happened that night for Mr. Conor McGregor, because he thought he was going to, win the fight, have a little proper Irish whiskey and enjoy the
12.
Proper 12, yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. I did have some Irish whiskey after the fight. You know what I mean. I had some of that fine proper 12, even though I lost. You know what I mean. I still earned in the region of about 20 million. So I'm laughing my way out to the bank. You know what I mean. It was very good. I thought the game plan, the game plan was a little all over the place. We went with the boxing side of things, and it kind of backfired on us. We went away from the MMA. And that was when my leg was like a bleeding balloon after the fight, you know what I mean? Stop. Fair play to Dustin, though. A lot of respect to him. I like this nice guy image I'm bringing around as of late. It's great. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people can appreciate it. They don't want the mouthy McGregor at the press conferences. So I will continue it. Absolutely.
Hey, Conor, was it red panty night for Poirier?
100% it was. Listen, it's red panty night for anyone who comes up against me, win or loss. Do you know what I mean? I'm still earning more money than the fella who beats the shit out of me. So listen, great.
Hey Conor, do you really like the fight? The last few years, it's like you're retiring, you come back, you're retiring, you come back. What's that all about?
I would like to. I would like to call myself a student of the game. A lot of people say I don't have the passion for the fighting. I still do. And anybody else thinks otherwise, you know what I mean? That they can go whatever themselves. I don't know if you can swear on this, but they can go.
Whatever you want to say, Conor.
Listen, they can go fuck themselves as far as I'm concerned. That's all I have to say about that. I have a great passion for the art of fighting. So, yeah, and I will go back into boxing. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, speaking of boxing, Bobby De Niro, you had a couple of great boxing movies in your day, but you had the mafia movies like Goodfellas and what movie what's Bobby D's favorite movie?
I don't know. What's yours?
He's talking to you, John. He's talking to you.
What am I gonna say?
Like Goodfellas, maybe?
One of the later movies. One of the the straight to DVD comedy movies that I
No,
do in the
those
last
were
5-6
terrible,
years.
buddy.
Is that what you're looking for from me? Huh?
Easy money.
That's easy money. Yeah, it's good. It's not too bad. I don't know. Maybe Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Taxi Driver. There's a couple. A few underrated ones there as well. A Bronx Tale. Nobody talks about that. I directed that too. So, yeah. What else you want me to say? Huh?
How's your relationship with How's your relationship with Al Pacino? Both of you guys are two of the best actors of your generation. And how do you guys, is it competition between the two of you guys?
No, there never was. We're good friends. We talk on the phone a lot. He hurts my ears sometimes when I talk to him. He talks so loud, but no, he's great. Believe me, he's a great guy. And I got to tell you, we may as well do the transition. Well, every time I talk to him, he just says, yeah. There's nothing from him. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I try to get a conversation out of him, but all he does is complain about the ex-president. I said, he's fucking gone. You don't need to complain anymore.
Oh my God. So just like him. That's awesome.
I tell you, it gets crowded.
National TV complains about him. And then he's gone. There's a new president, but I'm still hearing the complaints. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know.
So what did you think about, Donald? You lost the election, Donald Trump. And, what do you plan on doing now on your free time, since you have a lot of free time?
Well, there's lots of wonderful, great things to do in my free time. Believe me, we've got some fantastic things. It's very exciting. I'm a former president. I'm going to be treated with great respect, like every other former president. That's a really fantastic thing. We're looking at a network that could be really good. A fantastic, wonderful Trump network that people can tune into. This would be really great. And believe me, it would be more popular than anything. It would be fantastic. A lot of people would tune into that. So we've got great, wonderful plans. We really do.
Wow, that's awesome.
Hey, Mr. President, you beat the rap on the impeachment trial. The Senate decided that they were going to acquit you. Did you ever think you were in danger there of being found guilty?
You know what? I was laughing all the way through it. I thought it was like watching one of those comedy shows on Comedy Central. It really was. They should have added the laugh track in during the whole thing. That's the way I viewed it. I danced throughout the whole thing. I was dancing to the YMCA, my favorite, the song I used for all of them. It really was fantastic. So I thought it was hilarious.
Hey, Joe Pesci, I want to get back to some of the Goodfellow moments in that movie when I'm thinking I'm funny.
Kitchen too, Joe Pesci?
I do too. Are you think I'm funny?
In Nell's place.
How do you think I'm funny? Do I make you laugh? How am I funny?
Every fucking schmuck tries to get me to do that scene. Every time, I'm on a podcast or I'm interviewed, they say, they ask me about the funny thing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you want me to do? What the fuck do you want me to do? You want me to fucking come through the screen and beat the shit out of you? What the fuck's the matter with you? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm sitting here like a fucking idiot.
Oh my
What you laughing at, you piece of shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? You want me to do a funny thing? A clown thing? Well, you want to play the Ray Liotta role? Go on, do a fucking Ray Liotta impression for me then. Go on, do it, you fucking mutt. Go on, come on.
No, I don't say.
Oh my God.
That's Joe Pesci, though. I just have to completely just go crazy at people.
Oh man, that is awesome, dude. That is
Stinger
awesome.
got lit up there.
Yeah, Stinger's he's a little flustered over here.
Man.
You got him, Joe. Way to get him there, Al. Joe and Al, baby.
Yeah, Al, Stacey's known for some impressions as well.
No, I'm not. Anyway. No, I'm not. Okay. So I don't even jump back in there and say that again. Hey, so can you do Obama?
Oh, here and there. I mean, it's I tried it out maybe 10 years ago, but it's a generic kind of Obama impression. It's not like, what's his name, Jay Farrow. I think he does an amazing Obama. He was on SNL.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of like that. Okay, I've got the kind of tone there, but I have to try and perfect it in some other way. Okay. He kind of has the shouting voice.
That's awesome.
What about the new president, Joe Biden? You working on that at all?
He's tough because I kind of think it's strange. He kind of sounds similar to George Bush when you're doing an impression with him. It's because I can't do a good Bush either. I do an okay Bush. My Bush is it's more like that. Okay, very much straight to the point. The eyes are very much closed. When I'm doing President Biden is very much like that. Of course, I played the Nintendo. I played the Mario Kart in the weekend. It was incredible. So it's a hard one to perfect. I'll get there with it, but like some impressions take months, and then some I can learn in a day. It's a weird old process. It's weird.
Well, did I hear you could do Stephen A?
Yeah, I did Stephen A in a video before. I don't know, but I talk very much like that. Okay, I'm going to talk about who the best NFL player is of all time, because he gets his points across like this every single time, because I don't know how he goes on for 8 minutes talking like this, then ranting like this. I don't know.
Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. I tell you, that is a gift, bro, to be able to do that, man. I'm serious. That is a gift to be able to do. I love when guys are able to do it. I think, like, I've seen Ari Spears do some impersonations.
Oh, he's great.
I mean, you're right up there with those guys, man. I'm a huge fan, bro. I'm a huge fan of yours, and it's like so awesome to get you in there doing some stuff. You guys shoot some more questions.
Yeah,
like
the Tyson gets us going too.
Tyson,
we were talking about that beforehand. It's great.
Well, man, it's very much like that. I got my podcast, The Hot Box, and I've had some great guests on. I think one of the most obscure guests that I had on was William Shatner. I had William Shatner on the podcast. It was so entertaining. I mean, William Shatner looks 65 and he's nearly 90 years old, man. I don't know what he's doing. I gotta look at some of the skincare products that he's using, because he looks so young. You know what I mean? When I'm that age, I'm gonna look 105. I don't know, man. He looks great. He looks great. Captain Kirk himself.
Spock, beat me up. Hey, we're going to talk comedy in our next segment as a segue, but we were back live on Sunset Strip, Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and Rodney Dangerfield, some of the greats. I mean, the Carson Show with Don Rickles. Who are some of the comedians or impersonators?
Al's a young man. He hasn't seen
Rich Little. Well, Rich, I'm sure he has. You got YouTube, but I mean, to me, that's just pure laughter comedy. I mean, do you look back in any of those comments and inspire you?
I had Delirious and Raw on DVD. I think everyone did.
Yeah.
I just used to watch it all the time as a kid. I loved Rodney Dangerfield. I had never really watched the stand-up when I was younger. I just would go back and watch Caddyshack on repeat. I loved him in Caddyshack.
You do any Rodney from Caddyshack? Can you do?
I'll have to work on that. Him and Judge Schmales as well. I'll have to go.
At night, yeah, Judge Schmales, yeah. There's no betting at Bushwood, and I never slice.
I love that movie. Well, we're waiting. But I'd set my hero in comedy, not an impressionist, a writer, and probably released the best comedy in years. It's Larry David.
Yes, yes, he's one of my favorites. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He is a genius. That man's a national treasure in America.
Yes. A lot of people don't know how he's affiliated with the Seinfeld show.
Yeah, that's his show. That's his baby.
Yeah, the George character is based on him.
Oh man,
yes.
I don't know if you've watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that is a classic.
It's amazing.
Seinfeld. Yeah.
But my fiance hates it. She doesn't get it.
Really?
It's a show about nothing.
But then she says that, and then I show her snippets from it, and she's there laughing, and I'm like, "What? You say you don't like it?"
Yeah. My wife didn't like it either. I still made her watch it. Watch it, woman. You make me watch these chick flicks all the time. You owe me one.
I'm currently watching The Sopranos at the moment. It's my third time watching it. I've been doing the Tony Soprano impression for years as well.
Oh, you have?
Give us some of that.
Well, try nicely.
Had to be very much like that. The way you're talking. Everybody's a pain in my fucking ass. Holy, Christopher, fucking Carmela, talking every day. I don't know what to fucking do. Where's your fucking gabagool, huh? And Paul, I just love Paulie as well. You know, Paulie's just a guy. I'm working on Paulie.
Polly Walnuts.
Yeah, I actually saw him in some movie a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, wow, he's out of The Sopranos. It just didn't seem like it fit. Like he's got to be Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah, he's got to be Polly Walnuts. Is there any other athletes that you're working on that you like to do?
I remember because I watched when I watched The Last Dance last year, I had to do a video of a couple of impressions kind of around it. So I did Scottie Pippen, but I did it at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is the best time to do that impression because my voice is perfect. It's perfect for a deep pitch impression, you know. And then I did Rodman.
Yeah, I seen that one.
The Rodman, you know, was very much I was talking, and of course I played with the Bulls and played with the Pistons, and there were some good times, man. Some good times. We played some good basketball. You know, even though I went and fucked off and went to the wrestling, I just said, you know what, fuck it. Came back, we won a championship, so who gives a shit?
Hey, Al, we mentioned at the top that you've got your own podcast. How do you strike the balance between being an entertainer and knowing that your audience wants you to do those impressions and still trying to conduct an interview and do an informative show? Is that a tough line to walk?
No, I'm getting used to it. I'm obviously, you know, I'm researching the hell out of every guest before they come on, and it's kind of, I'm trying to, it's formatted, but I'm trying to make it not look formatted in that sense. But yeah, as you say about the impressions, they're always left until the end of the show with each guest. Obviously, where I'm from in Ireland, soccer is huge. We have the Premier League over here. So I've had a few players from the Premier League that I had Andy Cole, who played for Manchester United. He was part of that treble winning team in 1999. I've had a couple of other ex-footballers on as well. So it's kind of, the guests are mainly from the world of soccer and from the world of MMA and boxing. You know, I had Michael Bisping on, which he was a great guest, really, really great guest as well, and Ariel Hawani. So yeah, it's just kind of researching each guest and kind of, you know, talking about their life as well, their childhood and other things, you know, their interests, not just what their profession is, you know.
So when you have you been on the tour in America and doing any tours, stand-ups and stuff like that?
No, never. I'd love to. I'd love to do a gig.
Oh man, you'd be great.
Well,
it'd be great.
I think that the aim for me would be to tackle something like, say, you know, I know there's a lot of NFL impersonators. There's Frank Caliendo, obviously, who's just, I mean, that's the guy I emulated. You know, he's just unbelievable. He's a freak with his, I don't know what he does with his voice when he does these impressions. It's just amazing, you know. So, but yeah, I'd have to kind of delve into doing the NFL impressions, the NBA impressions. I know there's a lot of sports pundits in America that you can do. I know Stephen A obviously is one of them, but there's so many more that I could try and learn, you know. So
could you leave us with an oldie but a goodie? Go back to your Al Pacino "Son of a Woman" and take us out with a little "Son of a Woman."
Oh, which line you want me to say? Out of order. I'll show you out of order. Hoo-ha. I can't remember the lines, but I think it was, if I was half the man I was 25 years ago, I put a flamethrower through this place. And I gotta tell you, I'm sacrificing a lot here. I'm gonna be in the fucking doghouse after this because my baby is directly above me. And I'm gonna wake the fucking baby up. But who gives a fuck? I'm enjoying myself.
Al, you've been a wonderful guest, but we're not above asking for one more favor. Could, you know, the name of the podcast here is Gimme the Hot Sauce. That's Stacey's trademark line. When a Bulls player starts raining in three-pointers, Stacey will shout out, "Give me the hot sauce." So if you can give us, maybe in your Conor McGregor voice, a little promo for listeners to check out Gimme the Hot Sauce with Stacey King.
100%. This is a fantastic podcast with Stacey. You know, this man got in touch with me a couple of weeks ago. Great guy. Do you know what I mean? He's been following me for a long time, and you know, it's a great honor to have a former Chicago Bull, complimenting me on that. So, I mean, I tried some of Dustin Poirier's hot sauce. That was some good hot sauce. But let me tell you, it has nothing on Gimme the hot sauce.
That's awesome, Al.
Al, you are the best. You've been so gracious with your time. We've been so entertained by your impersonations.
My pleasure, guys.
And how can people find you if they want to try to book you for an appearance, or give us some particulars on how they can find you?
Yes. Basically, my email address is alforancomedy@gmail.com. As simple as that. If you want to book me through there, that'd be great. And also on Twitter, I'm at Impressionist Al. And then Instagram, Al Foran Comedy again. And Facebook, Al Foran Comedy. And I'm also on TikTok as well, even though my mind is numb after scrolling through it. But you got to be on every social channel these days. You got to be on top of everything, But TikTok, Al Foran Comedy too.
That's awesome, man. I really appreciate you coming on, Al, man. It was a blast, dude.
My pleasure.
You got a fan for life, bro.
I'm sorry, I have to add in. I lived in Chicago. What was it? 8 years ago now.
Wow.
This coming summer, I went on a student exchange 3 months. I lived in Jarvis on the Red Line.
Oh wow.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I lived very far away from the city. But yeah, me and 7 other guys, all Irish students, college students, in a 2-bedroom apartment in Jarvis. I stayed on a blow-up bed for 3 months, and it was the best 3 months of my life. I've never had so much fun.
Oh wow.
No drinking or partying going on there, huh?
No.
Yeah. Ton of partying. There was one particular night where there was too much partying, and I ended up sleeping on the CTA, and I did the whole circle all the way back from north to south.
And nobody cared. Nobody noticed.
No, well, the bank card and the cash was gone, but hey, what can you do?
You got a good night's sleep, though.
The great Al Foran, awesome. A rising star in the world of impressions. Thank you so much, Al, for joining Gimme the Hot Sauce. Best of luck with your career, and we'll be following you closely.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.